What is up? What is up? K babies. That's what I'm gonna call you. K babies. Okay, by the title you can see I had my period for a whole year from my family. Nobody knew. Like when I'm gonna tell you nobody knew. And I'm gonna tell you how I did it. It's like so crazy. But I just feel like I want to share this story because looking back, it is funny and ridiculous that I did that. But I feel like there's more little girls out there that will do the same thing as me because they're afraid of growing up and just afraid of, not being a little girl anymore. So I'm going to tell y'all how I hid my period for a whole year. That's like crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. So I was in 7th grade. This was the ending of 7th grade year. So I was 13. And we were in the last class of the day. We were playing like 4 corners or whatever like that. And mind you, this is like the end of the school year. So yeah, like a couple weeks before school ended. Yeah. So we're playing 4 corners. We're just playing, and then I just realized like my stomach started hurting really bad. But I'm thinking I gotta use the bathroom. So as I'm running, I'm like I'm like passing gas. I'm like passing gas as I'm running, but my stomach was hurting so bad. So I'm thinking I gotta use the bathroom. So I'm like, can I go to the bathroom? And mind you, they got like this little 10-minute rule. You can't use it 10 minutes before or after class. But he let me go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom and I pulled down my pants and I was like I knew what it was already because my mom's older sister had it. So I knew what it was. I'm like, did I just get my period? I'm like, I was just so freaking, I was scared and I was like in shock because I'm like, in school? So yeah, that thing come on anytime. So I'm looking and I'm like, yeah, this is it. So I got tissue from the bathroom and I wrapped it around. But I'm thinking, I'm like, no, it's not my period. It's not time. It's not time yet. Mind you, I'm 13. That's like a common age for it. So I'm like, it's not time, girl. You're not gonna get it. It was it. But it wasn't red because when your period first comes on, even when it like first come on, even now, like it's not red, it's like a brownish reddish color, then it turns really red like blood. So let me turn on my TV because it is a little loud. Oh, back here. So I'm like, ugh. So I wrapped the tissue around my underwear, my panties, and then I pulled it up. And mind you, I was wearing navy pants. It wasn't khaki, it was navy. So it was good. It wasn't like one drop on my underwear. No, it was a lot, So I'm like, okay. And mind you, I was wearing navy. So I'm like, okay, good. So then I come back, we go, we grab our book bags or whatever because we're about to leave. And from my school, the carpool line was really long. So it's like I had to walk all the way to McDonald's, which was like it was like a 15-minute walk. It was like my school and then straight. Then McDonald's like right there. And like almost everybody walked there. So it was like I was not by myself. It was a whole bunch of people walking with me. And that's when mom would go pick me up because she ain't want to wait in that long line or whatever like that. So I'm walking and like in my head I'm like, no, this not it. I don't have my period. I'm like, no. Then get in the car, go home. And then later on that day before I got in the shower, I went to use the bathroom. I was in the living room, I went to use the bathroom. And I saw it. I'm like, oh shit, I got my period. Like, I'm just like shocked. I'm like, I really got it. So I was like, okay, whatever. So then I just kept using tissue to wrap it. Because like your first year, it's not really heavy and it's not really as bad as your next years when you have it. But like your first year, it's not bad and it's not heavy or whatever like that. My first year, I did get cramps. I did get cramps, but not as bad as them now, I should say. But I did get them. But they're like, you can manage them or whatever like that. I didn't even take no medicine for it. So I think you can manage them, So I get like, so, oh yeah, so I go to the bathroom, I see it, I'm like, oh, I really got it. Kept my mouth shut, took a shower, and then like I wrapped tissue around it. And then we were like always over my grandma's house, like all the time. We were like always go over there because on Sunday she'll cook like really big dinner or whatever like that. So we'll go to her house and we'll be there. And in her bathroom, she always had panty liners. I don't know why, but she just always had panty liners in the bathroom. And my cousins used to stay over there too. So like they had, well, I mean, their pads were thick, so I didn't use them. But the panty liners, they were nice and thin because thick pads, they like diapers. They were nice and thin and they were small. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use it. Then I used to take like a handful of them from her house when I used to, we used to go over there. So I'd be like, okay, my period, come on, I'm gonna use this, whatever, like that. And it was like that. And then I used tissue. It was so light, like I can use tissue and stuff like that, but it's like I would have to change it constantly, you know what I mean? I can't just sit around for 4 hours, 3 hours. No, I would have to change that thing almost like every hour. So mind you, this like I got my period like the ending of May, I want to say middle of May. So mind you, this like summertime, June, July. And then August came, 8th grade. I was in 8th grade, still using panty liners. I was like, you know, using them throughout the whole entire 8th grade year, like the whole entire 8th grade year. I'm using them. I'm like putting 2 panty liners on each side and putting the tissue on top so it won't seep through. I'm like, I was just ODing it, bro. I should have just told, you know, I should have just told her. So I'm using it the whole 8th grade. I never had an accident, nothing like that. Like nothing. Never had like an accident in school where it was all over my pants, on the floor. No. And then even if it was like a little drop, it'd be like right there. Like you couldn't see it from the back. Like if I stand up, you wouldn't be able to see it. It'd be like a little drop. But it would get on my underwear, of course. So yeah. I will wear them. And then I want to say 8th grade summer in July, because that's when I was going to high school in August. I was going to 9th grade that August, and I was like, I'm going to be wearing regular clothes. I'm going to need to tell them I need a pad or whatever like that. Like I'm going to need pads, you know what I mean? And tell them that I got it. But I was just so scared and so nervous. I'm like, I'm not telling them, like, but I'm like, I gotta tell them whatever. Then my mom always asks me, you ain't get your period? You ain't get your period? Mind you, I'm still hiding it from her. I turned 14 and all, and I'm still hiding it from her. So I'm like, no. Deep down inside, I actually did. Funny thing is, I never stole her pad, like none of that, because her pads were too thick. Just a diaper. I'm not wearing that. But and it was one time, I had my, I bled through my underwear a little bit and I left it in a bathroom. And I went out the bathroom, put my clothes on. I went to go back in the bathroom to go get it. She was like, who underwear is this? I'm like, I don't know. Like we all saying, I don't know. Right then and there, she should have knew it was mine. But she was like, we don't know, like just acting confused or whatever like that. And that's when we were like always at my grandma's house and then coming back home. Then always like, you know what I mean? And our cousins will always be over there. So we like, I don't know. So we blaming it on I'm blaming it on my cousins and stuff. They got nothing to do with it. Like I'm blaming it on them. So then that happened. I'm like, oh my God, I almost got caught. You know what I mean? So in July of 8th grade summer, when my period came on, that's when I told her, and I'm like, I got it. At first I told my sister because my mom wasn't there, and she was like, my sister was happy. Like, she was like, oh my God, you got it. She was like, she was like, I knew you had it because you always had an attitude. I knew you was going to get it because you always had an attitude. Little did she know, I had it since 7th grade, like the ending of 7th grade. Little did she know. So she was like, I always knew you had it or whatever. I mean, no, she was like, I knew it was coming because you always had an attitude, this and that. And then that's when she told my mom. And then that's when she gave me some pads or whatever. We went to the store and got some pads. Because I told her, yeah, because I think I used her pads for like the first couple nights, and I was like, yeah, it's too big, I don't like it. And then after that, we went to the store and got me some pads or whatever like that. And yeah, the reason I hid it, oh yeah, and yeah, that was it. Like, you know, they were like, no, but I ended up actually telling her, I'm lying. I ended up actually telling her I hid it from her for a year. Like, a couple months into it, I actually end up telling her, and she was like, why you didn't tell me? And my auntie was like, why you ain't tell me? And I'm like, why would I tell you? You know what I mean? Like, ain't even want to tell my own mama. So the reason I end up hiding it was because I just didn't want to grow up. I wanted to be like, you know, a little girl, you know. I was just afraid of growing up, you know. So it's like I would wear like these like tank tops or whatever like that, and that's when my breasts would start to develop. So it'd be like little nubs like sticking out or whatever like that, and I hated that because I'm like, no, I don't want to grow up. So when I saw my period, I'm like, I'm growing up, and I don't know, I just wanted to be a little baby, you know. And then I'm just like, I'm really growing up, you know what I mean? You're a little girl and you're like really scared of growing up and you want to be a little girl forever. That's something you can't stop, is growing up, and nobody can't get mad at you for growing up, you know what I mean? So don't hide it. Just go ahead and go tell your grandma, your mama, your dad, your auntie. Just tell whoever, and just let whoever you feel close to, and just tell them, you know, I got my period, you know. That's all I wanted to share with you guys today. It was me hiding my period for a whole year. Don't do it because it's not worth it. It's kind of dumb. But that was just me. I just want to tell you guys, don't do it. Please don't. But thank you for watching my video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I have way more story times to show y'all. But yeah, thank you for watching it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.